Hello, Debbie. Welcome to Entrepreneurs Talks podcast. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm very, very happy to be here.
Fantastic. So before we start our talking about yourself and your journey and so on, tell me where you're talking from.
I am talking from Pahrump, Nevada, which is 50 miles west of Las Vegas, and it is 7:30 in the morning.
Wow, that's also early. Did you sleep well?
Oh, no. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Good morning.
I'm a morning person. Good morning. This would be coffee.
All connected. That's good. That's good. Oh, thank you so much, because it's very early for you. You're here. You made yourself. You are on Entrepreneurs Talks podcast. Will be a pleasure. And I hope you have some time afterwards to rest a little bit more, or have some breakfast.
Oh, it's zoom the rest of the day. I'll be zooming.
Oh, great. So, who is Debbie? Who is Debbie Harris? Harris is the way?
Harris, yes.
Harris. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about you. I met you on a webinar, Zoom webinar, which
Trust-Integrity meeting, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, connected. But I want you to tell to my listeners who you are.
Okay. Well, I'm a small business owner, an entrepreneur for the last 10 years. Well, actually, before that, a different business with my ex, a catering and gourmet retail store. I grew up in New York City, in Brooklyn, raised my son and lived in Connecticut for over 20 years, and hope to be moving, and will be moving back to Connecticut sometime in the next, probably, hopefully within the next 90 to 120 days. We'll see how that goes, but we are moving back to the East Coast. Worked in corporate America. I've done many things, from bartending in Manhattan to working in the toy industry, to being a financial planner, for 9 banks in Connecticut, to being working in a stock brokerage company, catering business. But I kept going in and out of corporate America, and finally made a decision that I would not go back in no matter what happened. So, hence, here we are. And I'm also now involved with Trust-Integrity. As you know, that's how we met. We are all about bringing professionals and business owners together to connect, confide, and collaborate, like we are.
Yes, and you work and you also call, I don't know how you call yourself, but you do something on social media.
Yes, our company, PI Media, is a digital marketing company. We have, for the last 10 years, done all social media, email marketing, videos, blogging for our clients. My particular specialty is LinkedIn. And for the last 10 years, I have coached and strategized with business owners and professionals on how to really take that connection on LinkedIn and turn it into something off of LinkedIn, a client, a customer, a referral source. And I have a very special program for that called LinkedIn Velocity.
Wow.
Yep.
That sounds very, by you saying, sounds like, oh, people must be thinking, oh, this is too hard, or this is too easy. But it is some work. It has to be some work done, right? It's not a, how would you say, like, in one word, what we need to be, forget that kind of taking clients from LinkedIn, taking people, like connections from LinkedIn to become a client. What do you think we need to, or what do you think exactly?
I would say the most important thing is consistency and messaging. The words you use and the consistency of doing it. And it is work. It's not magic. If it was magic, that'd be awesome. But it is work. And the reason I created the LinkedIn Velocity program is because you actually then have a team, myself, and then 7 other people who are actually doing 90% of it for you.
Wow.
So it is a lot of work, but you can do it yourself. You just need to be consistent and use your messaging. Don't be selling to people. We're all being sold to all the time. What you want to do is establish that rapport and establish that relationship. And you can do it on LinkedIn. And with all this COVID stuff that we've all been going through, LinkedIn has become an even more important vehicle to actually do business.
I agree with you. I agree. And so now you already said one word that I love to use on my workshops or when I'm coaching, which is consistency. And I was like, yes, that's my girl, my kind of girl. Because it's so amazing when I was expecting to hear this word and you came up straight away. Like, yes. when you will be seeing this video, when it's going to be live, you will remember this because you will see my face when you said consistency. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be.
It's always great when someone else validates what you say all the time. So I know how you feel. Consistency is key on any social media platform.
That's right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in terms of, let's go back, like we're going to be talking about LinkedIn, right? So, it's your specialty. And so, apart from consistency, what else for us to stand out on LinkedIn?
Okay. That's a great question, Yola. Thank you. First and foremost is your profile. So people don't realize just how important that is. If someone meets you, even if someone is referred to you, they are going to go look at LinkedIn to see who you are. And if they don't go to LinkedIn, they're going to go to Google and LinkedIn is going to come up. Very, very important that before you even do any kind of reaching out, any kind of true business development on LinkedIn, you want to make sure your profile is complete. You want to make sure it's updated. You want to make sure you have a good picture. Doesn't have to be by a professional photographer, but smile, and don't have your cat with you or your dog with you or, whatever. It's a professional headshot. And make sure all the information is current. Make sure, you'd be amazed, Yola, how many times I'm working with someone and we go into the contact information and they say, oh, I haven't had that phone number for 3 years. Or, oh my, my Gmail is still up there. So it's really, really important. And then you want to, when you get to that about section, you really want to focus on those first 2 sentences or first 3 sentences. You really want to catch somebody's eye. And same thing with the banner. Most people forget to use that real estate. You do a great job with your social media.
I learn with you, LinkedIn.
So you want to use that. If you don't have a company logo, if you're a solopreneur, if you're just getting started, that's okay. Go to Pexels or Pixabay or Canva or Unsplash. Don't go to Google. Google free photos are not free. Yeah. But go to a true free site, grab a picture. That's fine. You want something that catches the eye, that people can resonate with. And then your headline. Don't put, if you just started ABC Company and you're really excited about ABC Company, you don't need to put ABC Company in the headline on LinkedIn because nobody knows it. Put words that people would use to find ABC Company. Like in my case, LinkedIn strategist, social media marketing, social media compliance. And again, what you're doing is so that when people go to that profile or when they put the search in Google or LinkedIn, you come up and then they see those words. You'll put the name of your company further down where you list your work. But those are some key things. Make sure that profile really pops and really makes you look professional. And listen, Grammarly works on LinkedIn. So whatever language you're doing it in, make sure that grammar and spelling are still,
Working there. Yes,
it's
it's
a
very
professional
important.
network.
It is very important, and I'm glad you mentioned that about the grammar, about the name, the specific, not putting our name, our brand, our company straight away, because if we put the right words expressing or maybe who we are, they will get curious to get to know more, right? Because people will
Exactly.
increase the curiosity and like, she's a strategist. Okay, strategist, where she works, boom, and that's the way they're gonna go onto our website. Thank you,
And
thank you.
everything is keyword searching. So people put keywords in, so people, I mean, we all put keywords into Google all day long. And LinkedIn and Google have a very close
Close.
relationship. In fact, when you put articles on LinkedIn, they are 100% indexed by Google.
Uh-huh.
So it's important to remember that, uh, you know, use the words, try it, and ask other people, what would you use to find me? What words would you use? Because sometimes we don't see it ourselves when we're in our little tunnel there.
It's interesting because I always, when I got a client, I always actually on my scheduling I ask, where did you heard about us? But then they say LinkedIn or Google or search on engine. And then on my call with them, I always want to know more because it's important for me. I believe that it's important to find out how they look for me. The other day I had a client, she wrote marketing companies, it came up Women Flix. And I'm like, oh,
Good
really?
job.
she said she came to our company through that. And I found, okay, that's good to know. Because I'm always curious about that. It's one of the things I'm always looking to like to hear. How did you find me? what um Debbie, tell me, what do you think, or how can I ask this? When it comes to LinkedIn, the upgrade LinkedIn is always something that they always offering. You should upgrade for free for a month, blah blah blah. What exactly should I upgrade my LinkedIn?
Uh, yeah, I get that question all the time. Let me say that, excuse me, if you are going to use LinkedIn for true business development, I highly recommend you go to at least premium. And LinkedIn is very good. You can try it for a month. Well, first of all, they give you a free month.
Yes.
And then you can sign up month to month. So if you want to pay for the year, that's fine. But you can sign up month to month and try it. And if you want to stop, you can. LinkedIn is very easy to deal with. You actually can send a message and get it's not like Facebook. Facebook is the deep, the beyond if
Yes.
you're
Yes.
trying to reach somebody. But you can reach people at LinkedIn. They will respond to you. So I would say go to premium. Now, if you really want to make LinkedIn the true that it can be, you do want to go to Sales Navigator. Now, the difference in price is not much. It's $10 to $20 per month.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are going to spend $60 a month for premium or $80 a month, US dollars, by the way,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
talking
Yes. Yes.
US
Yes.
dollars, you guys can
Just an
figure that
example.
out.
Yes.
Right. $60 or $80. Think about it. Is that difference? Is it worth it to be able to dial down much more into the people you really want to be connected with? And that's how you have to look at it. And again, you can do sales now month to month. That's what I do. And if for some reason I decided I didn't want it anymore, LinkedIn is very good when you want to cancel something.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
That's really good. And when you upgrade your profile, you will be able to, because I know that on LinkedIn you will be able to reach people in a different strategy. Is that right?
What it does is it opens up much more of the search to you. It also, that monkey business they do where if you're on the basic, um, 40 people viewed your profile. And then you click on it and it shows you one. And it says to see the others, upgrade.
Yes.
That won't happen, obviously, if you upgrade. In Sales Navigator, you will actually be able to go in and dial into, for example, the title of the person, the industry, how long they've been in their job, the size of the company based on employees. Also, LinkedIn's gotten better with locations. They're trying to narrow them down. So now you can even, when you go into LinkedIn Navigator, you can even put small towns versus the whole, New York, greater New York City. Well, greater New York City, that's, it's in 3 states. Now you can go in and you can put Manhattan. They're changing some things that they're doing, and the higher the level, the more you're going to get out of LinkedIn. Now, if you're not going to use it, if you just want to have a great profile up there, that goes without saying if you're in business. If you just want to have it like your online resume, then no, don't spend the money. But it has been tremendous for me and for my clients and other professionals to use it, to really do business, particularly during this insanity that we've all been living with for the last 7 months, and who knows how long. Yeah. So,
Yes, we don't know. Well, we don't know when it's going to finish, but we need to live with him. Live with him. Yeah, is that the right way?
Live with it. And we have the tool. LinkedIn is an amazing tool. If your business is business to business, and obviously the other platforms, Instagram, and I know you use them all, Yola, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, of course, those can definitely have their positive features. In fact, Facebook is still your best bang for the buck if you're going to spend money. But if you're looking for a professional audience, and I say to people, business owners also look at Facebook. They may not admit it, but they scroll through Facebook. But if you want to reach them when they're in that mindset of work, of professional, then you want to reach them on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can see you know what you're doing. Exactly. You love and you know. That's really good. And when it comes to, you just mentioned that the people who goes into Facebook, they check you, even if they don't say that they go there.
Yeah.
And when you upgrade your, I just came something to my mind. When you upgrade your LinkedIn to a premium or sales navigator, do you also can do webinars and all that stuff, right? Because I've seen people, I think LinkedIn
has a LinkedIn, well, they have a LinkedIn Live. I don't believe it's open to everyone yet.
Yes.
However, you saw, I sent you the video this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. If you're using LinkedIn on one of these, and we all have one of these, you can send the video messaging. Anything you can do with video, do it. Very, very important.
Because I've seen the other day someone was live, and I said, "How did you went live on LinkedIn?" I'm like, "I want this."
Yeah, and actually, let me check, because they may have. Let me see. I'm going to check right now. Nothing like the press.
Great. It's part of a premium membership. Something is included in some membership, I believe.
Yeah. So I have video on my upgraded membership. Of course, you have to do it on the phone. So
okay.
So I can go live and do all. I haven't checked. No, it's on the phone. It's on the phone.
Okay. You haven't checked on the laptop.
Here's something I'm going to tell everybody. I was on the other day with a client, and there were 2 new things that had been changed since the day before. So when you go on these platforms, understand that they are always updating, and sometimes you'll go and you'll be, I don't understand what happened. Just go with it. just go with it. And if things don't work, you try it a couple times, you're trying to upload a banner, you're trying to upload a video, you're trying to do something. step away from the computer for a few minutes, don't get crazy, and then go back to it. And it's easy to find the sizes. Excuse me. It's easy to find the sizes for the banners. This is what I say to people. If you're stuck on a social media platform like LinkedIn, don't try and sit there and figure out in the help and this. Just go to Google. Go to Google and ask your question. And Google will bring you the information right away.
It's true. Another thing that I love on LinkedIn, we could stay here forever talking about LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.
It is the courses, the training.
Yes.
So, and it's really good. I've been in a couple of them, and they are for
LinkedIn
free,
Learning.
Yeah. Point, and they're quite good, very good. So
they do a really good job of having their LinkedIn Academy, their LinkedIn Learning. They do a good job. They've also done a very good job during this whole situation of keeping the platform safe.
Yes.
I had a client came on the Zoom with me last week, and the first thing she said to me was, "I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted this morning. I have a stalker on LinkedIn." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Well, this guy, and he keeps putting these comments." And I said, "Well, why don't you block him?" And she said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, and I showed her, if you go to his profile, hit the drop down menu, and block him. She said, "Oh, here I was trying to figure out what to say, what to do, and all I have to do is block." I said, "Yes." So, if anybody is listening to this and you have that situation, most definitely. And if it is abusive, also report it to LinkedIn. So, yeah.
I do agree, and thank you for bringing this to this conversation. This is very important. Listeners, please do. I always do, or either archive people or block them. But I'm going to be sincere, Debbie. I never had a situation like this on LinkedIn. I do have on Facebook, Instagram, but LinkedIn. No, sometimes because we are women, so sometimes the man comes down, I would like to know more about you, but then I just send them to it's like I take them from my profile messenger, but I don't block anyone. No one is being disrespectful, because straight away I will send them to the LinkedIn team. I will report. I think it's important to become more quality, because I see LinkedIn in a different way from other platforms. It's more quality, it's more genuine people in business, and they really want to connect and collaborate and so on, but not playing around. There's people everywhere like this, but I didn't so far.
No, you're right. LinkedIn is very careful about that. They don't want people to use that platform like Facebook. It's not Facebook. And that's why I tell everybody, it's very important we talked about consistency. It's important to sorry, somebody's going by. Post up on a regular basis. It's important to comment on other people's posts. It's important, if you feel like it, to write an original article. But remember, it is a professional platform. So LinkedIn, when I say post, I'm not talking about the restaurant you went to this weekend. I'm talking about something that has something to do with your business, the service or the product that you provide. And I say this all the time. I probably don't have to, Yola. You probably have a very sophisticated audience. Do not engage in anything political. Do not engage in any of the craziness that is going on, because that is a no-win situation if you are in business. So just forget. Forget about it.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for all these advices to people about LinkedIn and so on. It's not just about LinkedIn on the end of the day. It's just we've talking about more LinkedIn because it's a platform for business. It's a platform that brings quality and much more than the other ones. But
Right.
thank you so much for this. And let me tell me now to my listeners and me, how can people connect with you and find more about your work? Of course, LinkedIn will be
I
on.
was
On
you can find me on LinkedIn, Debbie Harris, comma MA. So, because there's a million Debbie Harrises. You can reach out to me. So my website is pimedia.me, pimedia.me, and Debbie at pimedia.me is my email.
Right.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. There's a ton, by the way, a ton of information on using LinkedIn. Tips on using LinkedIn, things you shouldn't do on LinkedIn, so on and so forth.
Oh, that's
And I now help me out here, Yola. My country code is
001.
1001, and my cell number is 702-465-4082. I'm also on WhatsApp, so you can find me in place.
Yes, because when anyone goes to Debbie on LinkedIn, they will find your number. Everything is there. So,
Yeah.
and all this information will be on the description for the podcast when it comes live, so people can go straight to LinkedIn, click,
Awesome.
you will find everything about Debbie and get connected, because you provide a free session for the beginning, like for
Yes.
right?
Thank you, Yola. Yes. I offer 20 minutes of my time on a Zoom to look at your LinkedIn profile and give you tips on what I would recommend you do based on your business, your service. So we'll look at your profile and we'll talk about some things you can do to improve it. There is no charge. Complimentary.
That's great. And also, you are giving to my listeners a link where they can find more information about Velocity program.
Yes, I will. I think you have that. If not, I'll send it off to you. Yep. It's also on the website, LinkedIn Velocity. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm happy to get on a Zoom and show people exactly how that works and what it looks like.
Fantastic. Thank you, Debbie, once again for this podcast. Amazing. It's an amazing teaching today for my listeners and for myself, a refreshment, because I've been with you, and I tell everyone that please get in touch with Debbie and
thank you.
Make your LinkedIn look a proper LinkedIn, and much better, because if you feel like you don't know exactly if you're doing the right thing or not, you should get in touch with Debbie or other person that you know that is running programs like this. But it's important, because if I believe everyone that is on LinkedIn, if you are on LinkedIn, you are for business, you're not for dating. So so make sure it's working, because otherwise
okay. Thank you, Yola. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We didn't spoke a lot about the other thing you work, but we came here for. Maybe another time.
We'll do that another time. Yeah.
About the integrity. What's the name?
Trustegrity. Sure, I would love to talk about that another time, because it looks like we are going to be in the UK.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
And other places too.
Fantastic. Because that would be another good session for us. So get people to know about.
Yes, I'd love to invite your listeners who are business owners to experience that. No, there's no cost to experience it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Debbie, once again. And I wish all the best. And I know you're going to be always good, fine. And I will get in touch all the time as well. You are that kind of person.
Thank you.
I'm so pleased to
get
to know. You take care. Bye.
You too.